The Scroll of Modern Myths, a tale of digital devotion. In the not-so-distant past, on a planet suspiciously similar to our own, humanity found itself in the midst of a great awakening. But this was no ordinary spiritual revolution. Instead of turning to the heavens, people everywhere began to bow their heads, not in prayer, but in rapt attention to the glowing rectangles in their hands. Thus began the age of the new deities, a pantheon of digital gods that would reshape the very fabric of human existence. At the head of this new divine order sat the almighty algorithm, an omniscient being that seemed to know each person's desires before they did themselves. With an insatiable appetite for data, it fed on every like, share, and comment, growing ever more powerful. Its devoted followers checked their phones compulsively, seeking its blessed notifications like manna from digital heaven. Beneath the algorithm reigned a triumvirate of tech titans. Apple, the sleek purveyor of coveted devices. Google, the all-knowing oracle, and Amazon, the wish-granting genie of consumer desires. Their logos became more recognizable than any ancient religious symbol. Their yearly product launches attended with more fervor than any holy pilgrimage. The commandments of this new faith were simple yet demanding. Thou shalt share. Thou shalt like. Thou shalt post. And above all, thou shalt never, ever be offline. In homes, cafes, and streets around the world, a curious sight became common. Groups of people gathered together, yet each lost in their own private digital realm. Families sat at dinner tables, fingers tapping away at screens, exchanging emojis instead of words. Couples walked hand in hand, their free hands clutching phones, eyes fixed on timelines instead of each other. Young acolytes of this new religion mastered the art of the selfie, contorting themselves into increasingly bizarre poses to capture the perfect shot. Pics or it didn't happen became the mantra of a generation, as if reality itself couldn't be trusted without digital validation. Social media influencers arose as the high priests and priestesses of this new order. With each carefully curated post, they preached the gospel of living one's best life, or at least, the appearance of it. Their followers watched in awe, double tapping to show their devotion and striving to emulate the perfectly filtered lives of their idols. But as with any faith, doubts began to creep in. Some noticed that despite being more connected than ever, they felt increasingly alone. The dopamine hit of a new like or follower was fleeting, leaving them craving more. Face-to-face conversations began to feel awkward, lacking the comfortable buffer of a screen. Critical thinking became a lost art as people outsourced their opinions to the echo chambers of their carefully curated digital worlds. News was consumed in bite-sized headlines, nuance discarded in favor of snappy tweets. The almighty algorithm, in its infinite wisdom, showed each person exactly what they wanted to see, reinforcing beliefs and biases with every scroll. Activists found themselves caught between two worlds. With a hashtag, they could rally thousands to their cause in an instant. But translating that online fervor into real-world change proved challenging. The line between meaningful action and performative allyship blurred as people confused sharing a post with making a difference. As the years passed, some began to question their digital devotion. They looked up from their screens and rediscovered the world around them, the warmth of genuine human connection, the beauty of unfiltered nature, the joy of losing oneself in a real book rather than an endless feed. A resistance movement emerged, preaching the radical idea of occasional disconnection. They spoke of digital detoxes like sacred rituals, of face-to-face conversations as a revolutionary act. Some even dared to leave their phones at home, venturing into the world unburdened by the constant ping of notifications. Yet, this was not a simple tale of good versus evil, of analog purity against digital corruption. The truth, as always, lay somewhere in the middle. The new deities had brought undeniable benefits, instant access to information, connections across vast distances, platforms for voices long silenced. The challenge, it seemed, was not to overthrow these digital gods, but to find a balance in worshiping them. To use their gifts wisely, without losing what made us fundamentally human. And so, humanity found itself at a crossroads, grappling with questions that would define its future. Could we harness the power of our digital deities without becoming enslaved to them? Could we foster genuine connection in a world of virtual relationships? Could we remember how to be truly present in a reality constantly competing with the allure of the screen? As the sun set on another day in this brave new world, millions of people paused in their scrolling, looked up from their phones, and for a brief moment, contemplated these questions. Then, with a mix of irony and genuine desire to connect, they shared their profound realizations on social media, hashtagged their epiphanies, and waited for the algorithm to deliver its judgment. The saga of the new deities was far from over, but perhaps in recognizing their influence, humanity had taken the first step towards reclaiming its digital destiny. Like, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos like this.